Okay. It looks like I'm back. Am I back, y'all? Is it looking like something? Tripping? Let me see. Oh, yeah. We back in effect. Yeah. Gonna let it cook just for a minute. You dig what I'm talking about? Let the people come back up in. Hey. That's Kev Capone on the beats. Another faithless brother, you dig what I'm talking about? Got that thing slumping. Hey, we just gonna jump back up in it. Let's get into the hand signs of the creator, y'all. These are mudras, huh? Straight up out the Upanishads, the Vestas, you dig what I'm talking about, even described in the Mahabharata, you dig what I'm saying, and the Vedas also. Thought to control flow of energy, vortexia, chi, prana within the body and tied into the five elements of all creation. Right? Without further ado, let's get into the hand signs of the creator. Huh? From mudras to gang signs. Let's get into it.
5 fingers is believed to be connected to the fundamental elements of the universe. By simply changing the positions of our hands, we can balance our body's energy and enhance our mental health. Are you intrigued by how your hands can be a gateway to universal energy? Well,
Hey, y'all.
buckle up. We're about to...
While we cooking, man, y'all thumb up the video, share the live, man. Everybody who coming in, man, we had some technical difficulties for some reason. I think it's this new setup. But y'all share the live, thumb up the video, man. We gonna cook, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all waiting longer. You dig what I'm saying? Let's cook.
To dive headfirst into the exciting world of mudras. Mudras, the symbolic hand gestures, are formed by different finger and hand patterns, which carry a unique meaning. They're thought to guide energy flow within the body and stimulate various brain areas. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Each finger in our hand is believed to represent a different universal element. The thumb represents fire, the index finger is air, the middle finger symbolizes ether or space, the ring finger stands for earth, and the little finger represents water. By forming different mudras, we can balance these elements within us. Now let's delve into some specific mudras and their significance. Here is the first mudra. This mudra, used for enlightenment and empowerment, involves interlocking your fingers while keeping the index fingers and thumbs extended and touching at the tips. By practicing this mudra, you're inviting intuitive communication and self-confidence into your life. Moving on to the second mudra. This mudra, believed to boost concentration and memory, is performed by joining the tips of your fingers on each hand together. It's an excellent tool to use when you need a mental lift, providing that extra spark to your cognitive abilities. Next, we delve into the tranquility of the third mudra, used for deep meditation and concentration. This mudra involves placing your hands on your lap, left hand under the right, with palms facing upwards, and the tips of the thumbs touching. This mudra is a serene island in the storm, promoting peace and tranquility amidst the chaos of life. Our journey then leads us to the fourth mudra, a symbol of wealth and prosperity. This mudra is performed by joining your thumb, index, and middle fingers together, while keeping the other two fingers curled into your palm. By practicing this mudra, it is believed that you're opening doors to wealth and opportunities, attracting abundance into your life, and also helps you feel calm and confident. Next, we explore the twin mudras of wisdom. Often used interchangeably, these mudras are known for improving concentration and sharpening memory. They involve joining the tip of your thumb and index finger together, keeping the other three fingers straight. These mudras are powerful tools for seeking wisdom.
Starting to look a little familiar, y'all? Hold on. Starting to look a little familiar. What you're going to notice is a lot of these hand signs are the same. Well, how did they get all the way to Crip, Blood, Vice, Lord, King, GD? How did it get all the way to that if it purportedly started here in the Vedic teachings? Huh? What you're going to find out is that it didn't start here. Huh? Let's get into the hand signs of the Creator.
These mudras are powerful tools for seeking wisdom and knowledge, fostering clarity of thought. Finally, we arrive at the calming sixth mudra, known for reducing stress and anxiety. This mudra involves closing your fist and leaving your thumb inside. This mudra is a great tool for emotional balance, promoting calmness and serenity. Promoting calm for emotional thumb inside. This mudra is a great tool for emotional anxiety. This mudra involves closing your fist.
The Adi Mudra. This is a sign of all as one. If you open, watch what? Watch what I'm telling you. This is a sign of all creation. All is one. Right? You're going to see these things play out. Now, if all is one, right? Wouldn't it make sense if you open this hand and extend it? Wouldn't that be the sign of the Creator? Hinting that all things are hence in his hand or in control or offering help or love, or you dig what I'm talking about? Giving, creating, right? The hand and its oratory, how it plays with the wrist and the fingers all the way to the elbow. The arm's oratory or its sign is the sign of the Creator. So if a fist all together is one, right? A hand opened and an open gesture is the sign of the Creator. Huh? We're going to show you that this is old, old, old. This is also the language of the gods. Watch this.
And leaving your thumb inside. This mudra is a great tool for emotional balance, promoting calmness and serenity. A beacon of peace in the turbulent sea of emotions. To wrap up, mudras are a potent tool that can help balance your body's energy, enhance your mental health, and even invite prosperity. They're simple to perform, can be done anywhere, and require no special equipment, just your hands and a few moments of your time. So why not incorporate them into your routine? You might be surprised at the transformative impact they can have on your life. If you found this video helpful, remember to...
Yeah. We're going to get into these mudras even more. Right? Let me see. Make sure everybody can see this. Where am I at? I'm down here at the end. Let me blow this up. Make sure everybody can see this. Shout out to the brother Michael from Study Over Washby. You know, that's my faith. This OG. You did what I'm talking about. The West Coast big homie. You did what I'm saying. We're going to get into some of this breakdown on the sign language of the Creator. We're going to show you its introduction into the planet, or what we know as Earth today, was not by man. Well, by man as in gods, right? Angels, one-time living men, aka spirits. This information of sign language was brought to man in this ancient, All right. But let's get into some of this information. Right. A vowel is a speech sound. Right. A vowel is y'all coming in, wipe your feet. You dig what I'm talking about? Thumb up the video, man. Share the live, man. We gonna get to cooking. We gonna get to cooking. A vowel is a speech sound made by the vocal cords. It is also a type of letter in the alphabet. The letter of the English alphabet are either vowels or consonants or both. A vowel sound comes from the lungs, huh? And this also hints towards a person's or a baby's very first sounds would be vowels. Ah, eh, eh. And in just like in a child's infant like state, man in his infant state spoke with an open thorax. You dig what I'm talking about? From the lungs or from his chest, through the vocal cords, past, you dig what I'm talking about, and is not blocked or capped in a sense like consonants are, right? But we're going to get into that some more. So, man in his infancy would have made sounds just like an infant in his infancy, right? So it makes sense if he was told to name things after, name his creator, right? The sounds that would have been used by man in his early infant stage of creation would have been the same sounds used by an infant early in its creation. Same one, right? So this is why the name of the creator is in vowels only. But we're going to show you how they hide the name of the creator in a little bit. Watch this. A vowel sound comes from the lungs through the vocal cords and is not blocked, so there is no friction. All English words have vowels. These letters are vowels in English. Look, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. The letter Y can be a vowel, as in the word cry or candy, or it can be a consonant, as in the word yellow. These 5 or 6 letters stand for about 20 vowel sounds in most English accents. This important fact helps us to explain why pronunciation can be difficult for both native speakers and learners of English. The rest of the letters of the alphabet are consonants: B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and sometimes and Z. Now, this is where it get dope. Now, in phonetics, a vowel is a sound in spoken language, such as in the English ah or o, pronounced with an open vocal tract so that there is no buildup of pressure at any point in the glottis or when it's spoken. Now, for instance, say ah, a, e, ah, oh, ooh. You can feel that it's not nothing stopping it, but say B. You know what I mean? It's a stop at the top of the throat. C, D, F. It comes from the throat instead of through the throat without vocal restriction of any type. Now, this contrasts with consonants, such as the English sh. Say shh, it come from the top, like blocked off. Ah, come from the lungs. come from over the tongue, where there is a constriction or closure at some point along the vocal tract. Facts, you can tell that just by saying it. Ah, shh. They're different, right? One is constricted, one is not. The vowel is open, the consonant is constricted. A vowel is also understood to be syllabic. An equivalent open but not syllabic sound is called a semivowel. In all oral languages, listen, in all oral languages, vowels form the nucleus or peak of syllables, whereas consonants form the onset, and in languages that have them, the coda. Watch this. Book of Oahspe, Book of the Creator, chapter 1, verse 7. And that man might distinguish me, I command him to give me a name. By virtue of my presence, commanded I him. And man named me not after anything in the heaven or on the earth. In obedience to my will, named he me after the sounds that the wind uttereth. And he said, in all vowels, ah, e, oh, ha, e, oh, ah, like a breath, huh? E, oh, ah, no restriction in the vocal tone, all vowels. Man in his early stages speaks like a child in his early stages. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, hit me with a 1 in the chat. Now, he named me after the sound that the wind utters. E, oh, ah, which is now pronounced G, ho, va, and is written thus, sign of the leaf with the name of the creator will be in there. Now, Oahspe, Book of Safa, from the sea Moeen, right? Iowa is the unseen power, the creator in the panic tongue, huh? Before man could comprehend all spirit, think about this. Before man could comprehend spirit, and it's hard for many people to comprehend spirit today. So think about man in his earliest stages. Couldn't even hardly walk, talk right. He was like an infant. You had to teach babies how to walk too. Man in his infant stage needed to be taught how to walk himself. But before man could comprehend the all spirit, he was taught the wind. And this is why even in Hebrew, the word for spirit is ruach, or wind or breath, right? Because before he could comprehend the all spirit or any spirit, he was taught the wind, the all unseen, needed, right? Present, and yet unseen, felt. You did what I'm talking about, even heard, but unseen, right? He was taught the wind, the all unseen, and to call it E, O, Ah, the emblem of boundlessness and of life, right? Oahspe, Book of Cosmogony and Prophecy, chapter 9, verse 3. The same rules applied by the ancient prophets, listen, in music, E, O, Ah, right? The same thing applied to the ancient prophets in music, making what? 3 primary sounds. The words of the wind, but giving all other sounds to the beast, right? So which is supposed to cover the number of the sounds of the lowest bass to the highest treble that could be procured from the animal creation. And this is what instruments do. They mimic creation. And these ranges of sound, look, are manifest in man, whether he's singing or he's talking, right? So sound has three primary notes: E, O, A. And from all others, everyone is created in mimic to nature. From the lowest bass to the highest treble. That could be procured from the animal creation, and these ranges of sound are manifest in man, whether singing or talking. What about the book of Sue, chapter 1? Right? If it works in sound, does it work in other forms? Look, the three primary colors, the sign of Yahweh's name. The yellow, the blue, the red. The primary colors that make all color. Remember the hand and the fist, all is one. Why wouldn't sound have three primary sounds and color? It's proven by science. Owaspy, Book of Cosmogony and Prophecy, chapter 9. These fall under the divisor or multiple of three primaries. 11, yellow, blue, and red, corresponding to the times what? 11, 33, 99. Timetables of prophecy also correlating with the sun cycles. 33 is what? A generation. 100 years, right? Is what? 3 generations. Remember, the divisor or the multiple is 3. What's 3 times 11? 33. They told you all other sounds was given to the beast. That includes man. 3 times 22 or 2 11s is what? 66. 11 times 3 is 33. 33 times 3 is what? 99. 1/4 of a time. 4 99s equal a time, or 400 years. The book of Safada, book of the tongue, tablet of Benay. Moses, being old, said, above all things, preserve the sacred password, E, O, A. Look, and I'm telling y'all, for all my folks who listening, Hebrew is how you hide the name of the creator. It's not how you express it. It's how it was hidden. Remember, I told you I'd go to show you that. Watch this. The sacred or secret name or sound of E-O-Y was hidden in the consonants of the Yod, Ha, Ve, Ha, or Yahweh or Jehovah, right? The Jehovah, the E-O-I, of the Tetragrammaton, Tetragrammaton is what? It's Hebrew. You see how they hide the name in there? Jehovah. And this is all across the world. E-O-Y. all across the world. Y'all don't believe me? I know you don't. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me show y'all something. Huh? The name, first of all, in America, we are the greatest praisers of the Great Spirit anyway. Huh? Shout out to my Israelites brothers, but you couldn't hold a candle to the Algonquins. Right smack dab in the middle of our country is the name of our creator. Anybody see? E-O-Y. Right here. Can y'all see it? Let me make sure. Can y'all see it? Maybe I got back out just a little bit so y'all can see it clearly. Do y'all see it now? Is it clear? No. Let's go. Let's go back in a little bit. Huh? This is a map of the United States. Smack dab in the middle of our country is the name of the creator. Anybody see that? Anybody see that? What's that? Ain't that called E-O-Y? It just said the vowels was interchangeable, correct? And then goes to show that in the ancient Algonquin, or even in the modern Algonquin, still written in English, right? We have all sets of vowels. The A, E, I, O, U, and the ah, eh, e, o, u of the Latin base languages, Chinese, Indian, every other language but English. We got all modern American English vowels and the most ancient in the Algonquin. Right? In the language tree in Owaspy, it goes to show that out of this language that we call Algonquin, right? It goes on. It was some of the last language spoken everywhere that descends from the ancient Simuine and what we would call Phoenician modernly. Phoenician is much, much older than what they give credit for. And Owaspy gonna go on to tell you that it was a time when all man had the same speech. Well, when was that? What was the time? How long ago was it? Huh? I'm telling you. I shout out to my dog Moses and all them boys. You dig what I'm talking about? But it's a history hidden in America. Boy. Huh? Shout out to the great prophet of America, Iwata. Huh? They'll never give Big Dog no credit. But right here, smack dab in the middle of our country is the name of the creator. You can't get past it. Sound it out. Dig what I'm saying? Let's get back to it. Where was I at? Let's get back to it. Let me make sure that can be seen. Everything look good, man. If y'all getting a little something up out of this, hit me with a 2. We gonna keep cooking, y'all. If y'all getting a little something, hit me with a 2 in the chat. Now, here we go. Where we at? Right. These fall under the divisor with a multiple of 3 or primaries. 3 primaries. 3 primary sounds, 3 primary colors corresponding, and the colors correspond to times. 11, 33, 99, each one having its own significance. Right? In in the book of Safa, the book of the tongue, the tablet of Bine, Moses being old, above all things, preserved the sacred word Eowah. Huh? The sacred name of Eowah was hidden in the consonants of the Yod, Ha, Ve, Ha of Hebrew. Huh? You see it? Eowah, hidden in the ancient name Jehovah. Hmm? Every spoken language has vowels and consonants. And the same linguistic definitions can be used to analyze vowels and consonants in some languages, Cosmon? No, all of them. How is that if the vowel sounds now aren't the same ones anciently? See, the thing is, they are, right? They are the same. A-E-I-O-U, also with italics over them to give them the ah-eh-e-o-u sound. All in one language, the Algonquin, right? And let me show y'all something real quick. I want to show y'all the language tree. Let me go. Let me make sure I'm in the right one. That might help. Okay. Let me show you. Let me share this with y'all. This is the language tree, right? Explained in a WASP, right? Now, you see Pan up here at the top, right? With the first, it says, right? But look, it is the root down here. See Pan? Pan? It is the first guttural sounds approximating words. Circa 75,000 years ago, right? And then you come up through time to the poet, the beginning of labial words, and then the gal, and then the hiu, which is the first acquiesced language, and then the fus, written words and signs. Look, we still down here. We ain't even got to some of the oldest languages that we really, really know. Look, Chinese, the ancient China, way down here. It's old as dirt. Look, next, the ancient Chinese, still to this day, monosyllabic. Right? Look, off of these branches, look, the same thing been going on forever over in China. Right? They got some of the oldest written history, spoken tongue, consistent in the world. Why? Because it's super ancient. What about the Yeehaw language? This is the language that we found in America where the quote unquote Bible happens. Oh, yeah, y'all thought that just happened in the Bible? No, it was a real thing. Because say about 12,000 years ago, the the uh the creator in advancing his people found that You know, when people speak in so many languages and not a common tongue, it's hard for everybody to advance and move in once. And then why that was because just like in India, mind you, many of the Shemitic people are Negroes. They are, all of them, right? And Shem is in the Southeast Asia, India, and Persia. That's all Shem. Where your Eastern Negro, your Israelite, your Persian, uh, your Asiatic black man, all that comes from, right? But the problem with the language was the same thing that they was having here is the same thing that happened in India, a Babel. Why? Because of this is where you get the word yeehaw from. It was an ancient language here in America, right? Just like in ancient India. Why? How we know? Because it comes with combination words. This is why the names get so long in Indian, in both Indian cultures, East and West Indian cultures. You dig what I'm saying? Over there, you'll have a word like Mahabharata. You dig what I'm saying? To say one word like bread in multiple dialects in America, you would have said it in bread is ba ta fa ra da. You dig what I'm talking about? It's just about who you talking to. So in the end of the day, to get my point across to whoever I'm speaking, I gotta say ba ra fa ta da. Because these are the people who we coming in contact. This goes on the show in English, right? Where you whoever you talking to, you get a loan word and add it to your word. That's the yeehaw language, right? And then we come down to the Abram, right? Not Abraham, the Abram, which are the first words or the original text. This is when you start to see pictographic writings carved in the stones. You dig what I'm talking about? Some of them 40, 30,000 years old. You dig what I'm talking about? But you start to get real text. And then look, the who? The Phoenice, right? Look, the Phoenician, the Phoenice, huh? Look how old it is. I'm telling y'all, right? This correlates with the sinking of the continent of Pan. At this, after the sinking of the continent of Pan, or really during the time of Eighth, or the Book of the First Lords, right? Let's see if we can find that. We can show. Um, One second. Let's see if we can show. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's show this timetables of prophecy real quick. Now, we're going to show you the time of this language. Hold on. Hold on. The time of this language right here, where the last time where all people spoke the same language. Huh? That word is, or that language is Phoenician, what we know is Phoenician. These are from the people, the Negroidal people of Persia who migrated into Africa. The same people who go on to set up Egypt. There's also speculation that says that these people are also American Indians. Ooh wee. From the Algonquins. Right? Uh this is the last time, right? That the world was speaking in one tongue. It goes back so far. This is 19, 20,000 years ago, right? But this is where we at. I'm about to show y'all real quick. Let me get back to it, right? Let me show y'all real quick, right where we at. The first book of the Lords is contemporary with the book of Aph in the Ark of Noah. So from 23,000 to 19,000 BC. To be fair, we can go to the 18th ark cycle and just go after the flood. This is the last. They said all the world was of one tongue in the Lord's first book, contemporary with the book of Aph, but we'll give it 19,000 BC. Watch this. If you thinking I'm making it up, Cosmon ain't making it up. Look, this is the first book of the Lord's. Watch this. Look, it's the Lord's first book. I'll go back up a little bit. I'll show y'all. The Lord's first book is contemporary with who? Look, the Lord's first book, right? Being contemporaneous means it's running along the same time with what? The book of Aph, right? So let's show you again, running contemporaneous with the book of Aph. So when is Aph happening? Between 23,153 BC and 19,553 BC. We've been speaking the same language since this time. It ain't till much later, after the Phoenician, that we start breaking down into languages. But watch this monster that goes on to birth a bunch of languages. Watch where it come from. It's not gonna be where you think it come from. Watch this. So we talking about a time in between 23,000 and 19,000, but we gonna just go ahead with the 19,000 number, right? Even though it's contemporary with the book of Aph. Let's go see what it say. Let's go to 1 in 73. Let's go down to 1 in 73. 11, 1 in 73. Hold on. Okay. Watch this. Now remember, we in the Lord's first book, so we just was able to put it on the timeline, right? 19,000, right? Let's just say at the end of that, right? 19,553. Look what it say right here. Cosmo don't be making this up. I don't make none of this up. First book of the Lord's, right? 23,000 and 19,000. And in the Cosmon era, I will come and show them the framework of my building, which I raise up to the Almighty. And look, God said, now 153 BC. Who was God at that time? Aph. Aph was only here for a certain amount of time. So we're talking about 153 BC. Now all the world was of one language and one speak, and in all places of my people they spoke alike, person to person. Huh? What? 23,153 BC during the Ark of Noah. Noah's Ark, Ark of Noah, get it? 17th Ark cycle after the creation of man. What happens? A flood happened during this time. So after the bottleneck event, everybody who lived during this time in Isaraka, or the time of Su, right? Some 19,500 years ago, would have spoken one language. Mm, mm, mm. let's get back to it. Right? For example, right? Every known speaking, every known spoken language has consonants and vowels, from Morse Alper, MTI undergrad in linguistics and math, right? Universal concept across spoken languages, right? It says actual vowel sounds are added to the reading by means of oral tradition and long established usage. Book of Safa, the basis of the Ezra Bible. There were also oral rules of life and worship, but these were kept secret from the multitudes. The Great Spirit, Jehovah, the name had been kept secret with the fathers. Jehovah, listen, called secretly Eoah. So the faith is always knew this. And I think they probably ran with this or allowed this to happen. The conflation of the Aramaic and the Hebrew and all that, they allowed it to happen, or it happened during Babylon at a later time, right? Because the language the Israelites and them would have spoke would have been closer to Aramaic. That existed 1,000 years before there was anybody speaking Hebrew. And then once we come down in time, we find that the Babylonians were speaking Hebrew. Not only them, the people that they go on the birth, like the Hittites and the Turks. You dig what I'm talking about up there in Turkey? The Edomites, they're speaking Hebrew, first century BC and AD. We don't see the quote unquote Israelites writing in Hebrew. They're writing in Greek. Let that sink in a second, right? Now, this is from James McGill, and this is from American Sign Language. Look, the I signed in the Creator. All look, the all is one sign. I sound that the wind makes. Oh, right. I made with the pinky. All right, in American Sign Language. Right, but this is dope. Right, because if this equals the all is Yahweh, the Creator, Jehovah. Look, I want y'all to look right here about one. See the fist? See the open hand? That's the sign of the Creator. This third one down on the left, right here. Watch. This is from the movie Encounters of the Third Kind. Now look, this is from right here, the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. These were the hand signals, right, that they was using. Just as the 5-tone musical notes in the Close Encounters of the Third Kind represented a greeting, HELLO. Remember that? Right? E-O-I. The Creator's name is also used, listen, as a universal greeting by interstellar and intergalactic travelers in OWASP. But I'm telling you, it's used by all people. It's universal. It is the universal greeting. Don't you shake hands? Who was the first person to ever shake a hand? What did it mean? It was always, and it is today, and has always been a universal greeting throughout all people groups. The Creator. Huh? What does he say? Do a good work, but do it for others. Huh? Ain't that lending a hand? It's a universal greeting. But why you got it is because it's done by the gods. No more than what you will be in time to come. But yet, the sign of the Creator is the universal greeting. Don't that make sense? Huh? Let's go show you that. Hold on, because I got to show you what they're doing. Hold on, give me a show. I'm going to show you. Give me 1 second. Let me pop it on screen. Hold on. Let me pop it on screen. This is what they're doing. This is the sign of the Creator. See how I'm waving my hand? Like this. And like this. Watch this. Okay, make sure everybody can see it. Everything look good. Watch this, y'all. We see the name of the Creator, or the sign of the Creator, right? And look, he even tell you right here, look, about 2/3 down on the language symbols pictographs, the Creator's name, right here, a helping hand, right? Let me show you why this is the universal greeting by all men, right? And gods are men too. So this don't escape them neither. Book of the Owaspi, Book of Fergopity, chapter 27. Oh, excuse me, chapter 17. C2, this is my big dog. The chief in command of the expedition greeted what? In the sign of Jehovah's name. The which Fergopity answered, and by certain signals the ships, etc. But you see, C2 greeted Fergopity in the sign of Creator's name. Let me show you again. This is a God greeting a God. And what does he do? What does he do? Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Don't that make sense? He waved at him. The universal sign of greeting. Hey. Huh. Simple, ain't it? But quite clever. All right. All right. Watch this. Book the Owaspi, Book of Setantes, 17, in Jehovah's name, greeted God and his host. Right? In the Creator's name, he greeted God and his host. Owaspi, Book of Lika, chapter 7. Thereupon an Otavan, or a ship, was sent off well officered, and in due time it returned, bringing the god Yogana Aquatra, where he was received with great joy and greeted in Jehovah's name. Book of Setantes, son of Yahweh, chapter 1. When they came near, Etasiah gave the what? The sign of the Creator's name, greeting, halting, and saying, all hail, In the what? In the Creator's name, she gave the sign. She gave the sign of Jehovah's name, saying, all hail in the Creator's name and in love of Harmutz, Orion chief, we come to greet thee, first God of the lower heaven, belonging to the corporeal earth. Right? From the Owashbi, Book of Osiris, son of Jehovah, chapter 6 and 29 says, the voice ceased, and Osir said, and 33, and I pronounce it upon you that ye shall deliver your respective subjects sufficiently for the third resurrection, wherein according to your zeal and faithfulness will my host labor with you, to the end that the Creator may be glorified in your harvest for the emancipated worlds. Attend therefore to give the sign in the Creator's name. Therefore, attend, therefore, to give the sign in the Creator's name, and receive ye ordination from my hands by the power and wisdom of the Great Spirit. 34. And sheriffs showed them, listen, this is where you get sheriffs from, their angelic rank. The sheriffs showed them how to make the sign and how to stand before the throne. Huh? You see that? Owashbi, Book of Osiris, son of Jehovah, chapter 1 and chapter 1, 10. And then came Hagan, spokesman of the messengers before the Creator's throne. His mantle turned back, and his eyes radiant with sure knowledge, saluting in the Creator's name, saluting in his sign and name. He said, a salute is a hand signal or a hand sign, a mudra. Huh? Listen, Awashbi, Book of S, daughter of Jehovah, chapter 8 and 37. So Lita Bakatrava. Now look. Now, most people who know me, they would say, Cosma, you more aligned. And people have told me this before. You align more with some of that seer energy, nigga. You coming through stomping big dog. You know what I'm talking about. You tearing the back off people. You dig what I'm saying? You're not playing them. You come with that seer energy. But really, I'm more Lita Baka Thrava, nigga. I'm there. I'm cold. I'm cold. Listen, this the big homie. This the big homie. Big homie. This Lita Baka Thrava, boy. This a cold Negro right here. Listen. Book of S, the daughter of the Creator. Chapter 8, verse 37. So what? So Lita Baka Thrava passed down into the arena and saluted on the what? The sign, the dawn of Cosmon. And what? And God. Who is he saluting? Stepped into the arena. He saluted the sign, the dawn of Cosmon. And who saluted he? And God answered in the sign, fortified in the Creator's name. And then what happened? Lita Baka Thrava and his homies then went into the OT van, the ship that looked like a world. What? The monster ship. Because what y'all don't know is what Lita Baka Thrava just did was dropped off the next god and all of her billions of hosts and all they ships all in his ship. Pulled up, the homies jump out that motherfucker like Mexican, excuse my word. They pack out that mug like a clown car. What? He got a ship big as they call it a monster. Look, and this is why they call it that. Why? With its photosphere, right? The light around it. Like our atmosphere is to our planet, And like the photosphere is to the sun, this thing had a light body around it that gave off light, a photosphere. A atmosphere of light is a photosphere, right? Large as a continent. You pick one. How massive was this shit? Hmm? Big as the Americas? Big as South America? Big as Asia? This thing was huge. This is why they call it not a mothership, a monster. Right? According to Owaspy, see the standard index, Lita Baka Thrava, an Orion chief of 240,000 years. This is my dog. Lita Baka Thrava is very similar, listen, to abracadabra. Listen to the words. Lita Baka Thrava, abracadabra. The word abracadabra holds a rather fascinating etymology. Tracing its roots back to the 3rd century AD, abracadabra is believed to have originated in the ancient Aramaic language spoken in Mesopotamia, where the phrase avra kedabra was used, which translates to I create as I speak, which is the magic behind abracadabra, and it's important for leaders. That's just a little faith, this FYI. But Owaspy, Book of Opala, Son of the Creator, chapter 12 and 2 says, and after this, for behold, the end of the dawn of Dan had come, or for the time of Apollo to be here in actual rule when Etherian light is dumping onto the planet. Right? Listen. Apollo, mightiest of all, rose up. And what he do? I told you it's the sign of the creator. Look, he waved his hand. What he do? He waved his hand in the sign. What sign? Huh? What sign did he wave his hand in? Huh? What did he wave his hand in? The waving of the hand is the sign of the creator. Easy, breezy, beautiful color girl. Right? Let me show you. Let me show you one. Right? Because Apollo the mightiest of all, right? And he what? He waved his hand in the sign in Jehovah's name. This is why it's the universal greeting. Huh? To wave and shake hands, as in the way of gods. And look, and then he stood aside from the throne of God, and after Apollo, who? Sisters. Simead rose up, said she was dark and jovial, the most loved, huh? Most jovial and loved goddess, a sister, blue black. What y'all don't know is, so is Apollo. Huh? There wasn't no white people on the planet at this time. Not what you call white. Not what we modernly know. Right? After Apollo, Simead rose up and gave the same sign, followed by Phasia. Right? Now listen, the Etherian god Apollo was born on the continent of Pan before the submersion, more than 24,000 years ago, and before the Gan or modern man or the Caucasian race appeared. Right? This is from Owaspy Book of Apollo, Son of Jehovah. Right? Two and one. On the continent of Pan, there was only Asu, Drux, Yaks, Ions, Ahuans. Right? Asu and Drux and Yaks were born not capable of becoming an Etherian or going into everlasting life, right? Just like animals, at certain times, their spirits would peter out at a certain level. But some of the Ions, listen, Listen, there was Asu, a nigga. Druk, blue black. Yak, mostly niggas. Iron, even mostly niggas, even though some of them had was called white and yellow. And when we talking about white and yellow, they still niggas, but they got white skin and white hair. Yellow skin, yellow hair. Black skin, black hair. Brown skin, brown hair. Before even mixing. Wasn't no mixes at this time. Right? Now, Asu, Drux, and Yaks were not born capable of becoming an Etherian or having us everlasting life. Now, listen, some of the ions, listen, were black, brown, and copper colored as well. Listen, still negroidal, as well as copper colored, right? As well as white and yellow before they ever sailed to Ham or to Africa or anywhere else. So there's a moderate possibility, just like Simeon, that Apollo was a copper-colored Ahuan, huh? A great megalithic builder or dark, the birth of the Negro. These are your ancestors. He was a Ahuan or a dark, or what we call or a dark-skinned Ayan. As well as a white and blonde Ayan. Still would have been a nigga though. Excuse my French. Simeon was what? A small woman. What? Dog. And of deep love. The most jovial of goddesses. This is from Owaspi, a book of Apollo, son of Jehovah, and they're in the same time. They know each other. Simeon, Phasia, and Apollo are homeboys and homegirls. Read the story. They all know each other. Ben knew each other. Huh? Apollo was born here on earth. Simeon was born here on earth. Phasia was born here on earth. Lived long enough to become God. Oof. In the spirit. Listen. It is possible and even probable that both Apollo and Simeon were both dark brown with negroidal features, using hand signs of Jehovah's name showing their affiliation. Huh? This is how it gets the gang banging. What does a sign do? It shows your affiliation. Look, these signs have been used by the angels, right? Later became inspiration for gang hand signs, right? Now, he gave credit to Malachi Maccabee, right? He gave credit to Malachi Maccabee. That's what's up. You dig what I'm talking about? That's what's up. But Mally, who will tell you who taught him this? Who the first one bring this up? Don't matter, though. Creator gets, you dig what I'm talking about? Creator gets all the glory. Look, mudras, signs of the creator. Huh? Huh? Mudras. Starting to see where it come from? This proves there has been a manipulation. If it started off giving up signs as signs for the creator, huh? If it started off as signs for the creator, then how do we get here? Talking about killing Crips. Huh? How do we get here? It's been a hijack of your natural spirituality. They re-rocked it, Gave it back to you as religion. Now, what? It's blood killer. Huh? See what I'm starting to say? Signs of the Creator. These hand signs used by angels later became the inspiration for gang hand signs. Gave credit to Malachi. Shout out to the gang. You dig what I'm talking about? But we know what it is. We know who been teaching this. Right? Creator get the glory. Right? Creator does get the glory. Right? Give him some information on the gangs and all that stuff, but we ain't gonna get into that though. But look, like he said, throw up that hand sign and greet one another in the name of the Creator. Huh? The power, E-O-I. It's not about the red or the blue, the north or the south, the east or the west. It's about the yellow, red, and blue. Right? It's about the all, the one. Hmm? Right there, you dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in the chat. Anybody want to come in for a minute, kick it with your cousin, young Cosmonian? You dig what I'm talking about? Hit the link. I'm chatting it up with your boy, man. You dig what I'm saying? We could go on forever. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't want to beat a dead horse, right? But I did want to get back to some of this right here. The ancient languages show in time coming up the language tree, right, to the modern days. All right. Birthing languages. Look at the Algonquin. A monster tree. It's got its own branch. Hmm? Look what's up here. Greek. Look. Sprouted off the Algonquin language. What are you talking about, Cosmo? Look. Then we got the Ahamic language. This is the Ahamic language is the language of the oracles. The language that can have three meanings. This is the language that Abraham spoke. Not Abram. This the language. This Abram or Abraham spoke Aham. Right here. Aham. This is the language misnomered as cuneiform. Right? 4,500, 5,000, 4,000 BC. This is the script that's being put down, that cuneiform script. The Ahamic, right? Falsely misnomered as cuneiform or Sumerian. It's actually called the Hamid, the language of the oracles. Why they call it that? Because it can have three meanings. This is why some people got listened to what the oracle said and they got smashed when the oracle clearly told them one thing. Like for instance, in the Herodotus stories, they say one king went to the oracles and he said, "If you go to war, one kingdom will be smashed." He ended up going to war. He didn't think that it was his that could be smashed. See how the words work? That's the Ahamic. That's the language of Abraham, right? This Ebra is the mixed Ahamic and or and the Giza Egypt, the Phoenician of Egypt. They go on to produce this language, Ebra, right? And goes on to birth the Eber languages. This is what your boy in time, your boy Moses would have spoke this. Moses would have spoke this tongue. You dig what I'm talking about? Then we got, look, the Vedic scripts. How old is Ebrahim? Huh? This Abraham, this Moses. They before Moses, they was already speaking this. This a mix of the language of the Egyptian and the Israelite. Ebba. Just like the Ebba and the Eber. You get mix them together, you get the Ebra. What? The old, the sacred. Then you got the Vedic. Then you got the Sanskrit called the mixture. And then you got the Araba, teeth and thorax, all that stuff. But look, then you got the Algonquin. Algonquin is the word Egoquim, which is the name of the creator in Algonquin. Egoquim, out of many one. The anglicized ear heard Egoquim and pronounced it Algonquin. Algonquin, Casmonia. Y'all seeing that? But look what Algonquin gives birth to. Greek, Latin, French, Spanish, German, English. And then look, there's another language we ain't even got to yet called Cosmon that's gonna come. Let me see. I want to see if I got, what did I do? Let me see if I got, let me pull this thing up real quick. Because I want to show y'all why this Algonquin tongue can go on to produce all these different languages, right? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Why they can go on to produce a Latin-based language or even a Germanic tongue or even Arabic. Why? Because the vowel structure is still the same from the time of the Phoenicians. Watch this. And then the writings is so old and the spoken word is so old, right? It's so old that it contains both sets of vowels. The A, E, I, O, U, right? And the ah, eh, e, o, u of Latin and other languages. Look, let me show you. This is Algonquin. This is modern Algonquin script, and I'll show you it in the Cree too. Hold on. Look, this is the Northern Algonquin pronunciation, right? Key, right? This is from the Anishinaabe. This is Ojibwe style, right? No, they got a Massachusetts version and other different versions like the Cree and all that stuff. But I wanted to show y'all this because in the Algonquin, look, A, E, I, O, U, and what? And they got the ah, eh, e, o, u of, and then diphthongs. Jaw, A, I, U. That ain't in every language. But then we got the h from Arabic too. And this is dij. We got the pa, the ba, and the fa. Older in America. Giving credence, hold on. Hold on. I'll stop sharing my screen. Giving credence to what did I just do with it? Um, hmm. How did I end up doing it? Uh, Let me see. Look, now that we see all the vowel sounds, let me share this. Add it to the screen. Now let me show you why. This is why the Algonquin, right? I don't think y'all seen that omniglot. Let me share it again with you, just so y'all get it. What I'm sharing, that the Anishinaabe, the original people, right? Algonquin, Negroes from America, Ahuans, right? Their descendants are me and you, the Yanguis, the Indians, the first of men, right? Look, they got the A, the E, the I, the O, the U in the written language. Sound out. But they also have the Latin ah, e, o, u. And this is in Chinese. This is in Germanic languages. This is in Indian languages. This is also in African language. What I'm saying is it's older and more complete in the Algonquin, lending a chart like this credence when it says it can go on to produce not only Greek, but Latin, French, Spanish, German, and English, all from the Algonquin, right? And the English is the only one that use the long vowel sound, A, E, I, O, U. All the rest of these use ah, e, o, u. How is it that Algonquin have both? Because we see it goes on to produce and is akin to many of these languages that we, and even the one we speak right here today, showing you that Indians in America, the misnomer Negroes, speak their ancient language. I don't want to talk to Cosmo for real, for real. You don't want to talk to me for real, for real. Look at where the Phoenician is at. We 19,000. What is that? 20,000 years ago. What are you talking about? Y'all hit the link. Come on in, man. Come holler at your cousin. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, holler at your cousin, man. If not, you did what I'm talking about. We'll go ahead and keep it short. You did what I'm saying? I could get into some more stuff. Show you that ancient script still been in America the whole time, right? Signs of the Creator been in Americas the whole time. Look, this is native rock art symbols. They see this everywhere. What? Going back, we just talking about native rock art found in the United States of America. Can date from as long as go as 5,000 BC, 5,000 years ago or 3,000 BC. But we know they got it going back in America 16,000 years, and they done found some stuff 43,000 years ago. Oh, in the cave, lining up with writers what Owaspy is saying, right? Look, this stuff starting to look familiar, huh? A connection with nature, huh? A relationship. Look, healing, fertility, huh? All of these are Paleo-Algonquin signs written on scripts. Look familiar, anybody? Why do you have the name of the creator up there? I don't even know. Yeah. Huh? Y'all think that's just a mistake? Huh? Don't that look like a digit? Huh? Inner power. Starting to make sense? I think we're going to find out a lot of stuff that we looking for may have been taking place at the same time, right? May or may not have. I believe that there is more likelihood that it was, but it was kept preserved here the longest. You dig what I'm saying? It was preserved here the longest. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nobody coming in. Well, well then with that being said, we'll play a couple jams and get up out of here. You dig what I'm saying? Let me see what we got on deck. What we can play real quick. Let's go.
Create a gang is crazy. Boy, y'all better pay attention.
Fuck a president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. Be the revolution, be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution. Agenda 2030, I don't think he heard me. Fuck the government, cause they tryna do us dirty. Waking up early, gotta grab the hammer. Have a fed hanging on the wall like a banner. Feel like Bruce Banner, turn it to the heart. Throw a dictator through a motherfucking car. Tell the prime minister, should've been the listener. True hunter, kill his ass like a killer one. Hit him up, got a bunch of bullets that'll fill him up. Tell the coroner, come and motherfucker pick him up. Spin a truck, we gon' ride out for another hit. Who to get? We gon' kill a motherfucking globalist. Solar fist, knock your head off up the outer space. Not a case, you would disappear, yet without a trace. United States is a corporation that is out of place. Burn it all down, let's do it fucking right away. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. Be the revolution, be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. Be the revolution, be the revolution. Smart cities coming, gonna be a trap. Fuck electric cars, but the bitches getting hacked. Gotta grab the strap, I ain't getting chipped. Bustin' at the feds as I motherfucking dip. Hop up in the whip, they got to slip. To my hideout, gotta plan another trip. Flew off of Michigan, head up to Switzerland. Killing world leaders cause they take from the innocent. Dissident, fuck the government, knock them down fast. California fire, that's a motherfucking land grab. Panama Canal, that's another fucking land grab. Clone lab everywhere, damn I think I'm gone mad. Don't laugh, see the light flash from the chrome blast. 44 mag, take your motherfucking dome fast. United States, it's the shit we gotta burn fast. Revolutionary, take your motherfucking world back. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution,
3, 1, 3.
be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution.
3, 1, 3.
Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution.
Creator gang is undefeated. Creator gang is undefeated. Know that. Know that. They not like us. Separate the real from the fake is a must. We stand on creator and no God we trust. Team Kemi got crushed into powder and dust. Woo! Kemi looking bad now. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many men down? Look at us all running, ducking, trying to skip town. Now power one it in. You Hebrew, what you Kemi now? Siding with the people that enslaved your own people now. Chop you up into pieces and throw you in the river now. Reggie right beside you, get ate by comedic crocodile. Look, we got them running, covering square miles. Scared to death, what's left only to take the crown. Get smashed down on your own stomping ground. We took over like the Hicks on your turf doing a disco. 2-stepping, no half-stepping with the info. You wouldn't even know the book of the dead, bro, if it wasn't for the translation done by my sparrow. Your time's narrow, semi-missiles blow out your arch arrows. Arches down, so goes the pharaoh. I saw him reading the glyphs like he an expert, but where he learned that from? This about to hurt. First translation came from Samuel Birch. European Egyptology gave you it first. You couldn't translate a bird to a word without looking up them European definition verbs. Y'all niggas acting like y'all blackity black, frontin' to the people, man, y'all niggas actually whack. Your pathetic comedic creation meant it's a trap. The blind leading the blind with no actual facts.
Mario Saze, softer than Sade.
Come to find out he followed Yahweh. That was your execution, you par Rosicrucian. Western thought you using, you are quite confusing. Don't know what you doing, how my eye got you moving. Right now you are losing, at your wake I'm viewing. R.I.P. communion, mummy wrapped in ruin. OSP is ruling, science has been proven. All motion moving, you live in an illusion. Who you think you fooling, think you need some schooling. It's like Reggie out here living in a ghost town, walking around like I see dead people around. I don't believe in spirits, but I believe them now. Stuttering Stanley, you can have a seat now.
Stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley.
Hey,
freaky ass Kemi, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemi, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemi, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemi, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemi, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemi, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Creator gang is undefeated. Creator gang is undefeated, and it's gonna remain that way. And it's gonna remain that way.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he used.
Yeah.
We fight as a single, impenetrable unit. That is the source of our strength.
Shoo! Anetrak Amset.
Anetrak Unbet Het.
Shoo! Anetrak Amset.
Chrak Ast.
Nuke Ast. Shoo!
Nuke Amset. Chrak Ast.
Anetrak Amset.
Nuke Ast.
Shoo!
Anetrak Unbet Het.
Shoo!
Nuke Shoo.
Shoo!
Yeah. Creator gang gang. FOPE dis. For our people's ignorance. Salute Malachi Maccabee, Cosmon Cal, Bronze Yogi, Yare Ya. Creator gang gang. Peace to the goddesses. We gonna set the record straight. I know these clowns named folk, man, they a fucking joke. Naphtali tried to explain the Ark of Noah's boat. Malachi Maccabee exposed the whole shit as a hoax. She had the nerve to say the earth is 6,000 years old. And tried to use Gobekli Tepe for the Ark of Noah. But what you ought to know, your sources got burned like an arsenal. So pack it up and throw them scripts in the trash. Your God gets stoned to death for prophecies not coming to pass. Like America's supposed to get hit with the nuclear blast. 24 years later, we look back at you niggas and laugh. I should pick rocks and stone you niggas myself. Throw you in a lake of fire, watch your skin start to melt. Shawshank be the first to get blamed. When I heard the shots, look, left his people and ran. Damn, K. Judah, you fail to be a shooter. You not a teacher, you a tutor, hiding behind computers. Nephtali, you not ready for Mali. He exposed to go for wood from the ark, come out of Cali. Long Beach, Nephtali better run a retreat. Your champion looking bad on these YouTube streets. Quan waving the white flag as a sign of defeat. Bow down like Jehu and kiss the boot of my feet, nigga. Your Messiah can't save shit. Where was the Messiah when we was chained to them slave ships? Praying to a God in return ain't say shit. The God of war got you niggas stuck in a slave pit. Talking about that's prophecy, more like propaganda from a false god democracy. FOP for our people's edification. You not edifying, but lying to the Israelite nation. Think you following God when you following Satan. Stiff-necked and stubborn like them goddamn Jamaicans. Come against Creator, gang, your doctrine's dying. When Mally cupped Nephtali, she almost started crying. She ran to her husband and screamed, baby, I'm trying. That's what happens when you put a pussycat against a lion. Yeah, Creator gang is undefeated. FOP is washed up. Y'all put y'all goddess on the front line and she got her head blown off. Creator gang is undefeated. We out of here.
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python?
Yeah.
Put the record on.
Creator gang coming, Creator gang coming. Turning up the light and watch some boys start running. Let me tell you something, we ain't out here doing nothing. I can tell you scared, boy, niggas stop fronting. It's all in the plan, comprehension, understand. Breaking boys off like Creator did the plan. Cooler than the band, who you fooling, man? We be tearing shit up like we're tape and some bands. Conscious community, yeah, we in demand. They hunger for the truth, debate or the booth. Sourcing up with the proof, AU on the tooth. Catch me in the candy painted octagon coupe. Step in my boots while I'm knocking mines loose. You be the cobra, I be the mongoose. Plant base in my suit, meditate on my fruit. Red Star training, who let the gods loose?
Hey, catch. Hey, Cosmody Ethereum, vortex flexor, perpetual resurrection. If you headed in my direction, I'm step, I'll catch it. You right, I left it. How you break a hell knot, you gotta cut it into sections. Ooh, I'm gonna get on that. Definitely get on that.
Creator gang is undefeated.
Hey, with no further ado, man, thank everybody for coming in, man. I'll keep it short and sweet. Get on out with a good lesson, man. Something to think on. You know that they put a little twist and a little lie on everything, even the truth. So where we thought Vedic knowledge started, the hand mudra signs and break down here, even down to us to gang signs, actually comes as a line of light from the Creator and his emancipated gods. You dig what I'm talking about? Signing the name of the Creator themselves. And then we find out the original universal greeting, right, is the handshake. That's the way of gods, to shake hands. And to give the sign and the name of the Creator is to wave. That is the sign of the Creator. The hand in action. That's dope. You dig what I'm saying? So, without any more further ado, y'all know what I need you to do. I need you to breathe in and let that light in. I'm Cosma, and I'm out.
And oh yeah, put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feel it when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied rarefied air. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air.
Just that job theft, that chow mein, that papa bull, that towel main, since sun south in the arc of Wayne. My brain moving like Tao Zane, so ass above, it's so below. That up and that down thing, this flow is atmospherian. I call that a ground game. See, water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning. So how your God make a sun without vortexing current? See the pattern is ponic, I'm reaching out for my people. Oh, watch me flow through your speakers, you feel the force of the ethers. And when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like the eagle. Police popped the pastor yesterday for pushing Puerto. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN, it's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sela. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door star. And the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar. Oh yeah.
Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air. Oh yeah.
Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bride's groom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahu when it's now a ennui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oh, watch me flow, it's so potent. Set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you making salat. Well, I'm a Israelite, I'ma make Emet the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah.
Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air. Oh